Here's a video that's going to put a huge smile on your face and tattoo that American flag with renewed vigor all over your chest and inside your heart. I'm going to share with you the momentous occasion of our president, President Trump, showing up to the college wrestling championships in Wells Fargo's arena. I promise you, you're going to absolutely love this video, especially if you love America. Check out this first clip. I'm going to share with you a couple that are just amazing and some beautiful photographs. Check out this first clip of President Trump first entering the arena, and listen to that rip-roarious crowd as he is greeted with huge applause and adulation. Watch this. There's just nothing like it. It absolutely brings tears and so much emotion on. There's nothing better on a Sunday than feeling that great warmth, love, and pride, and that flame of American community, patriotism swell inside your blood. There's nothing like it. I just absolutely love that. The man has been through hell and back, ladies and gentlemen. The man has faced unprecedented, villainous, orchestrated, coordinated attacks from some of the most vile, evil, despicable human beings, demonic human beings that have perhaps ever walked the earth. And yes, I'm including the medieval times. At least in the medieval times, you could look your executioner in the face. In today's era of high tech, and back channels and secrecy and deceit and duplicitousness, you never know what's happening. You never know who your friends are, which is why so many people were so confused. Biden looked so happy when Trump came to the Oval Office. What happened to Hitler? What happened to Nazi? What happened to a threat to democracy? People were confused. Wait a minute, Biden said on the campaign trail, Kamala said on the campaign trail, this guy is the worst thing to ever happen to America. But yet they're all smiles. Trump, he's been playing 4D chess for such a long time. All the slings and arrows that this man has taken. Not only did they try to smear him, attack him, discredit him, debank him, bankrupt him, imprison him, but they tried to assassinate him, which to this day, 6-7 months later, we still have no idea who Thomas Matthew Crooks is. We still have no idea the depth. You talk about the JFK files, the MLK files. We still have no clue who this Ryan Ralph individual is. We know that there was ties to him training individuals in Ukraine, and he was a strong advocate for a military action against Ukraine. We know that. We know he trained military personnel or was involved in recruiting. But we don't know that much. Still very nebulous. I hope a lot of stuff comes out. But this, don't ever forget this, my fellow Americans. No matter how much they want to tell you in the news, oh, buyer's remorse. Oh, the Republicans regret this decision. Oh, look at egg prices. Look at what he's doing with tariffs. Look, he's starting wars. It's all BS. And if it wasn't for independent channels like us, I truly feel we have caused a major dent. This is why they're getting swatted. People like me are getting swatted every day, which is literally akin to attempted murder. If it wasn't for independent new media, they would keep going on. They would keep surviving on this criminal act of causing mass hysteria and mass hypnosis across the American landscape. Let's get away from that. I got some more beautiful stuff to share with you that's going to absolutely knock your socks off. So, Wyatt Hendrickson, a second lieutenant in the U.S. Air Force, salutes President Donald Trump after stunning the world, winning the Wrestling National Championship. Watch this amazing clip.
Captain America. Captain America.
Rob, I can't believe it.
My jaw's on the floor.
He did it.
Hey. Shut up. Shut up. Everybody shut up. Shut up, Rob.
I'm glad that he was the last match.
That's what the last match supposed
That's
to
the
be.
last match.
That's what a main event
That's
looks
what
like.
it should look like. That's a
what
main event.
looks like. Shut up.
Wow. What the president say to you? He said he's very proud of me. That's like Banner in Chief. I'm very proud of that. He came here to support his troops. I put on a show for him. I won him that national title.
It's like a movie. It's like a movie. It's so amazing how time works. I lost all hope in 2020. I lost all hope when I woke up on that fateful morning, the day after the election in 2020, thinking, oh, fantastic. I had so many big plans. I had plans to sell my house. I had plans to I had plans to move things around in my business, et cetera, et cetera. I had a lot of big plans. I went to bed that night on election day in November of 2020. And I'll never forget, I went to bed thinking, good, we're good. Everything's good. He's ahead in all the swing states. He's ahead in Wisconsin, ahead in Georgia, ahead in Michigan, whatever, Pennsylvania. And I woke up and all that vanished. It's amazing. I thought it was over. I'm like, it's never going to get back to normal again. America's going to constantly feel like we're going to turn into Europe. We're going to have this DEI woke cancerous policy, ideology, philosophy bleed into every artery of our lives like it hasn't already, for crying out loud. We still have a lot of work to do, y'all. This thing is far from over. But seeing this and seeing the admiration, the respect that they're paying President Trump. Am I the only one am I being a sissy here? Because I'm moved. I am moved viscerally, emotionally, serious pathos going on in your boy Nez right now. Am I the only one? Let me know. I just want to share now some really cool, memorable photos from that event as promised. I think these are just so cool. You probably haven't seen these. Check this out. To me, this is just such a cool photo. You've got Mark Mullaney there. Elon Musk is probably a little bit further down the aisle. I saw Caroline Leavitt there and other amazing people that are a member of this administration, this dream team that is bringing America back. But look at Trump. So raw, so authentic, so real, so down to earth. I just love this photo. This one might be my favorite photo. The raw, just joy and pride beaming off of him. It's never been more palpable than now. I'd love to get your thoughts on this. Great photo right here with one of the wrestlers on the team. I just think that's amazing. Another great photo here of Trump at the arena. This one's probably one of my favorite. I mean, how cool is Trump? How much fun? You know, it's one thing to be one of the greatest presidents of all time. Let me zoom in here. It's one thing to be one. How cool is this, though? This is so cool right here. Wouldn't he be fun to hang out with? I feel like he would be so much fun to hang out with. I would just love to have a beer and just hang out with him and pick his brain. It's going to happen, y'all. Stay tuned. We're going to get Trump on our show. I promise. It's going to happen probably sooner than later. Quite frankly, probably it might happen very quickly, because I love Professor Nez. He's the only YouTuber I watch. He's not like these other guys. These other guys are nasty people. They're nasty people, right? Not like Professor Nez. I love him. Thank you, Mr. President. I love you. Okay, this photo right here. Look at the way that Trump is looking at Captain America. Look at the way. I mean, that is just real. That is raw. That is connection. You will never, ever see an expression more endearing, more authentic, more loving, more full of American pride on any of these demon rats, hippocrats, BS rats. Never in a million years will you see something like that. Look at the love emanating from those eyes. I mean, that is the grandfather. That is like Father America looking at you. You know, everybody wants to have somebody look at them the way Trump is looking at this young American warrior. Tell me you don't love that. As if that wasn't enough, ladies and gentlemen, President Trump just issued a beautiful, another patriotic call to the past to renew the love, the pride, the patriotism, the gratitude for this amazing country, the greatest country in the history of mankind, America. He did this. President Trump just proclaimed March 23rd, 2025, that is today as of this recording, in celebration. It's a day of celebration of the 250th anniversary of Patrick Henry's speech to the Second Virginia Convention. Give me liberty or give me death. Something that imbues and embodies the American spirit. I've said this many, many times. We need balls back in the White House. The same balls that built this country, that stood defiantly up to tyranny and created the greatest country ever known to man as a direct byproduct of that defiance. We now have the same, my favorite president before Donald Trump was Theodore Roosevelt. Theodore Roosevelt exhibited the same exact balls. Theodore Roosevelt, Teddy, had, there's a reason why he's on Mount Rushmore, and I would say Trump deserves to be on Mount Rushmore too. I would say that even right now. We're not even 6 months in, and I would say he deserves to be on Mount Rushmore. Let me know what you think. We also have Mount Rushmore merch in the pinned comment with his picture on it as a sort of homage or a hope perhaps that could happen. But, Teddy Roosevelt, if it wasn't for Teddy Roosevelt, when he took office after McKinley's assassination, America wasn't even in the top 50, top 60 as far as top nations and superpowers. Great Britain was obviously number one. They had the greatest armada. They had the greatest military and greatest colonial presence. But it was really Teddy Roosevelt who ignited that spark and saying, you know what, we're America. We're the United States of America. We need to go out there and we need to put our foot down. We need to say, hey, we're here to play. We're players in this big thing called, influencing the world and having geopolitical standings. And it was really Teddy Trump that did amazing things. Never mind all the beautiful things he did domestically, like the national park system, all the things that he did, but including the Panama Canal, so many amazing things. And he had balls. We finally have that in Trump. And I just think this is such a beautiful thing. You would never see somebody like Biden do something like that. And I want to just kind of read this here together, if you don't mind. Our nation proudly commemorates the 250th anniversary of Patrick Henry's address to the Second Virginia Convention. You can also read this entire thing on my X account. Everybody follow me on X. I'm at Professor Nez on X. I have a blue check mark there, over 22,000 followers. Follow me on X. In the wake of escalating tensions between the Patriots and the Redcoats, Henry delivered this stirring address before more than 100 delegates, including George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and many of the statesmen who would go on to sign the Declaration of Independence following the bloody Boston Massacre at the British Parliament's authoritarian imposition of the Intolerable Acts. We all remember that, which closed the Boston Harbor and stripped New England colonists of their right to self-govern. With British tyranny on the rise and American confidence in retreat, the Second Virginia Convention assembled. Patrick Henry, a respected lawyer who had recently served as a delegate to the Continental Congress, arrived at the convention with one goal in mind: to galvanize militiamen into securing, quote, our inestimable rights and liberties from those further violations with which they are threatened, end quote. Some members cautioned against such decisive actions. There was always dissension amongst the ranks, and especially during that time, insisting that peaceful reconciliation was still possible. But as Henry listened, he grew more impatient. A Baptist minister who observed the proceedings later recalled that he had, quote, an unearthly fire burning in his eyes, end quote. That's balls. That's balls, America. Overcome with righteous indignation, Henry rose from his seat with no notes in hand, boldly beseeching his fellow Virginians, quote, if we wish to be free, we must fight, end quote. A moment when America's fate hung in the balance, Henry's words sparked daring action in the souls of patriots, fortified the cause of freedom, and set America on the path to ultimate triumph over forces of tyranny and oppression. By a narrow margin, the Second Virginia Convention passed the resolution to form a militia, the first critical step to independence. Quote, it is not now easy to say what we should have done without Patrick Henry, Thomas Jefferson later wrote. Quote, he was before us all in maintaining the spirit of the revolution, end quote. I didn't even know Thomas Jefferson said that. As we approach the 250th anniversary of our nation's independence on July 4th, 2026, oh, so awesome. Can you imagine if Kamala was overseeing this? Holy mackerel. We look to Patrick Henry, a son of the frontier. I mean, it's so appropriate that Trump is there. I apologize. I'll continue. The first and sixth governor of Virginia, an unflinching advocate for American independence and a true man of this moment. Today we invoke his courage, we honor his legacy, and we fearlessly summon the spirit of 76 to build a future that we will be proud to impart on our children. Like Patrick Henry and the giants of American liberty who came before us, now is our time to ring that great bell of American freedom and to propel our nation into a new and radiant golden age. Now, therefore, I, Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution and the laws of the United States, do hereby proclaim March 23rd, 2025, as a day in celebration of the 250th anniversary of Patrick Henry's speech to the Second Virginia Convention. I'm getting emotional. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand his 20th day of March in the year of our Lord 2025 and of the independence of the United States of America, the 249th. It just seems like every single day, he tries to come up with ways. He's very conscious and cognizant of the decline of, love and gratitude and understanding, historical, contextually, et cetera, of this amazing narrative that is America, of the founders, of the framers. The last dark regime wanted to tear down all these statues using this woke, ridiculous, idiotic justification that these are white oppressor BS. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's so amazing. Thank God for Donald Trump. Thank you. Oh, it's amazing. Every day he's thinking up new ways. I want our countrymen, I want our citizens to understand how glorious, how powerful, how amazingly visionary this country and its founders were. I love you. I love you, Mr. President. Thank you for everything. I love you guys so much too, Nez Nation. Thank you so much for watching. If you love America, tap that thumbs up. It doesn't cost you a thing. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here, just in case you missed them. And go ahead and tap my face right here to subscribe and follow. It doesn't cost you a thing. And as always, may God bless you. May God bless America. I'll see you soon.